The Robert E. Lee football team finished the regular season 5-5, narrowly missing out on a playoff berth, and today Darrell Piske was informed that he will be reassigned and will no longer be the Red Raiders head coach. Tyler ISD Athletic Director Greg Priest confirmed to our news partners at the Tyler Morning Telegraph that he informed Piske of the decision today. Lee compiled a 15-26 record under Piske and made one playoff appearance last season, and we caught up with two Robert E. Lee senior football players who discussed their reaction to the news that Piske will not be the Raiders head coach moving forward.
It had some surprise, and it really had a lot of shock to it. We were also surprised that we didn't make playoffs, just having a winning record in district. So it was also really surprising just to see that change be made so quickly after the season that we did have, and after all we've been through in the past 4 years.
Just kind of shock and kind of sadness because I'd hate to see him go. And I like I said, I love Coach Piske and all the rest of the coaching staff. So it's pretty hard.
Well, we will talk plenty of playoff high school football throughout the week, but today much of the discussion centers around a team that did not reach the postseason. The Robert E. Lee Red Raiders fell short of a second straight trip to the playoffs, and today Darrell Piske was informed he will not return as Lee's head coach. And I'm now joined by Chris Perry, who covers Robert E. Lee for our news partners, EDTFinalScore.com and the Tyler Morning Telegraph. Chris, we heard from some Lee seniors earlier in the newscast. They were surprised to hear this news. I'll admit I was a little bit surprised as well. You've been on top of this story all day. How did you find out this news?
I got a text message from Coach Piske earlier this morning saying, "Hey, I have some news. Can you give me a call?" I called them, and of course he informed me of what was taking place, and then things got moving pretty fast there. Then I started tracking down sources, trying to make sure we got it confirmed. And it definitely it's a big news event to happen on a Monday morning.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've seen the ups and downs that this program's gone through, and when Coach Piske took over, it was pretty down. I mean, they were in kind of a rough spot. How is this program different now as opposed to when he came in as the team's head coach?
Well, I believe that he has taken it and moved it forward. Absolutely moved it forward. It was 1-9 the year before he got here. It was 1-9 his first year too, but things needed to kind of get moving and get grooving and get going the right direction. 5-5 last year, made the playoffs, lost to Waco midway in the playoffs. 5-5 this year, same district record, but you know how tiebreakers work. Sometimes they work for you, and they did last year. Sometimes they work against you, and they did not work for Robert E. Lee this year.
So we've seen that improvement, but and it's early, of course, to kind of ask you this, but I'll ask you anyway. Moving forward, where do you see this team, this program going as far as finding a replacement for Coach Piske?
Well, I asked that question to Greg Priest, Tyler ISD Athletic Director, and he said they're going to open it up. They're going to try to see how many qualified candidates are going to be interested in this position, and it's a great position. It's a 6A. It's a 6A high school football coaching job in East Texas. Right now, this is the only 6A high school football team in East Texas. We'll see when realignment happens. I've heard some things about John Tyler and Longview joining Lee in the future. But I believe that they're going to get the right guy for the job. They felt that this Coach Priest said he thought this was when he wanted to make this decision, and he made the decision.
All right, Chris Perry, ETFinalScore.com, Tyler Morning Telegraph. He is the Lee beat reporter. He's the best guy to follow for Red Raider updates, and keep tuned to him and here on CBS 19 as Lee continues to, will now look for a new head football coach. Chris, thanks so much.
Thanks, appreciate it.